is a scar on your knee from when you fell over as a kid. Beauty is the circles when love doesn't let you sleep. Beauty is the expression on the face when the alarm rings in the morning. It's the laughter when you make a joke and you're the only one who understands. It's when you cry for all of your paranoias. Beauty is the lines marked by time. Beauty is the marks that life leaves on us, all the kicks and the caresses, and the memories it leaves us with. Beauty is letting yourself live.
Something that makes me smile is when people laugh to themselves when they're alone and you overhear it. I think it's the best.
My fondest memory is skydiving for Marie Curie Cancer Care, because I had a near miss with cancer and I thought rather than feel sorry for myself and get upset, I'd go out and I'd skydive, and that's one of the most memorable things apart from having my kids.
Okay, one thing that makes me smile is like thinking back to memory. It's usually times on holiday with my brothers and stuff. Like, I don't know, when you're on holiday you just get all giddy and stuff, just everything's like 10 times funny.
My favourite memory was when I went to Antigua about 10 years ago and I swam with a dolphin called Zeus, and it was the most experience in my life, the most amazing experience I've ever had.
One day me and my boyfriend went walking through a park and I didn't tell him there was a stick and he walked straight into it and he was so mad. It was so funny.
I remember when my daughter was born, the love that I felt, you know, the warmth in my heart when I first met my little daughter. And I thought nothing had ever topped that until I met my previous missus, my little Janie. Yeah.
Alright, what makes me happy? Helping other people. And sunshine makes me happy as well.
I am going to tell you about how I met my girlfriend, because my son was about 6 and we went to his primary school where there was the face painting, and 6-year-olds get really enthused about face painting, and so we joined the queue for the face painting. I couldn't help but notice the face painting looked very pretty indeed, and so I'm thinking, oh okay, and waiting, and we get to the face painting lady, and he says, you know, she says, well, no, what was it you'd like me to sort of make you into? And he says, a pterodactyl. And if you sort of think about pterodactyls, like this. So that's the memory I have.
I went to Portugal with my daughter, and on my birthday she took me on a raft thing that went out to sea, and we saw all the dolphins. There was 15 dolphins and they were swimming in the water, and it makes me shiver even now to see them because it was beautiful.
I've got a friend called Dave Sheldon, and sometimes he does a funny little dance and that makes me smile, I think.
I remember the first time that my daughter called me mummy. It was her first word and it was absolutely amazing. It made me feel like nothing else. No one's ever made me feel like that.
Right, the main memory that made me smile happy was going through Snapbridge.
She's always had that like sadness about her, and lately, right, she's been coming out of herself, and now she's not Molly, she's Ricky. She's changing, and she's still happy. So I'm like, okay, that's it. I embrace it.
Okay, so this is extremely raw and unedited and whatever and not scripted, but I have to have this within the video. The footage you see in the video will be nowhere near as much of the experience that I had talking to the people and the unfilmed chit chat. Honestly, I am so overwhelmed by how incredible people are and how loving some people can be. One of the ladies, I did film her answer, but after she gave me the biggest hug, and there was just only love there. And I think that those moments in life and people like that in the world is exactly what we need. And it makes you realize how much goodness there is in the world. I was genuinely tearing up and I couldn't stop smiling. And this is what genuine happiness feels like, is when people are good to each other. Complete strangers are good to each other. I made this thing as 3-minute, 4-minute video, which is going to be now longer, because I know how good the world is and I want to show that there's so much goodness in this world. But I couldn't have expected as good a response from people as I did. As good a communication and connection between human beings. And although I didn't give out my details to them, and they didn't give me their names, most of them, I am eternally grateful for you simply just coming up to me just to answer the questions and just seeing and letting me into a small snippet of your life. I am so grateful.